the N54 strikes again. Now we have a misfire. Let me show you what the car sounds like. The misfire is really bad. We need to diagnose what's causing it. So there's 3 tests we can do. So today we'll do 2 because I'm not qualified to do the other one. The engine light goes away when the car starts, but it comes back. When we check on the 2 what it is, so I'll just show you what it is when we try and, okay, so contacting DME, connected, codes, read. So you can see it says combustion misfire on cylinder 1. So the misfire is on cylinder 1. So what we'll do is we'll clear the code, see if the car gets better. Okay, deleting codes, no active codes. We'll start it again. Engine light goes away, but you can still hear that the car has a misfire. And then of course, after a bit, the engine light comes back on. Even though it sounds a little better, you can still hear that the car has a misfire. Just a little tap, you can hear the car has a misfire. And from the way it's misfiring, I personally suspect that it's a coil. So, but we have to do the whole diagnosis test just to see what could be causing the misfire. So if I read the codes again, just to be sure that the misfire is not jumping, you can see it's still on cylinder 1. So we're going to do the test. We'll change the coil, move it to cylinder 2, and see if the misfire follows. If the misfire follows, then we know it's a coil. If the misfire doesn't follow, we'll change the spark plug. If the misfire goes away, then we know it's a spark plug. If the misfire doesn't follow the coil and doesn't go away after we change the spark plug, then we know it's an injector. Then on another day we can get some delicate hands to change the injector. Yeah, so let's go to the front. Right, so we've got a 14, a funny looking 14 for the spark plugs. We've got an 8 to remove the top engine cover. You always need a 10. Power bar. Alright, we've got 2 coils that are confirmed working, but just to be sure, spare one. So we'll test this. You need a 5, so I hope this will work. You need one of these, and we've got some spark plugs that we know work for sure. These are stock spark plugs, the Bosch BMW spark plugs with the correct gap. So let's get started. So we need to remove this bolt here to take out this whole cover. We need to take this out of the way so that we can remove this top cover. This is where we need the Allen key. I think it's a 5. So when you undo all the bolts, you can take off the cabin filter thingamabob. Definitely need new ones. So cylinder 1, cylinder 2, cylinder 3, cylinder 4, cylinder 5, cylinder 6. So our diagnosis 2 says we have a misfire on cylinder 1. So what we do is we'll take the coil out. So you lift this little clip, pull the plug out, and using the clip just gently wiggle to take the cylinder out. So this is what we are suspecting is the 40 coil. we are going to swap it with cylinder number 2. So if it's the coil, the misfire will move from cylinder 1 to cylinder 2. If it's not the coil, the misfire will stay on cylinder 1. At that point, we'll change the spark plug with one of the spares that we have. If the misfire is still there, then we know it's the injector. So the injector requires to remove the fuel line and a little bit of delicacy, which we will have time for in another video should that be the case. So okay, as you lift this, it pushes the plug out gently. We go firm but gentle. This coil we suspect is okay, so we'll put that coil into cylinder number 1. We'll plug in power, 40 coil into cylinder number 2. We'll plug in the power. So let's see if the misfire follows to cylinder number 2. So remember, the car will still misfire. We just want to see if the misfire code will follow to cylinder 2. So as you can hear, the car is still misfiring. So we're going to take our phone. You can hear? There's still a misfire. So we'll take our phone. We're going to read the DME. As you can see, now there's a misfire on cylinder 2 and cylinder 1. But remember, cylinder 1, the misfire was already there because the code has been stored. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear the code. Check engine light goes away. It's reading the DME again. It says no active code. So we wait for the check engine light to come on. Nothing is showing up. There is the check engine light. So now we read the DME again. And if I'm suspecting correctly, we should be on cylinder 2 now. Alright, as you can see that the code has moved to cylinder 2. That means the issue is the coil. So we're going to change the coil with a better coil, and we'll check the diagnosis again, and audibly we should not be able to hear the misfire. So just for good measure, we'll clear the code. Okay, so as you can hear, no misfire. Just to be sure, we're going to read the code. You can see it shows no misfire. To be double sure, we'll use the other 2 as well. Vehicle errors. No errors. So I have this AUC sensor. Remember, we've got stuff that is unplugged on the front, so when we put the stuff back, that error will go away. Alright, so the car is out of cold start, not warm yet, but we can give it a little rev. And you can hear the misfire is not there. Alright, so we've done a couple of rounds. Car is pulling well to red line. As you can see on the dash. No lights. The only lights on the dash is the only light we accept. So it's nice to know the check engine light is sorted. nice to know my Misfire is also sorted.
So one more CD left, all right, and this is the very last one, and we're doing the draw for this one right here, right now. The good news is that the second winner has gotten a copy of his CD. I wasn't there, but my colleague was. You can see the video here.
We're here with our second winner of the Bon Apetit album. Andrew is not here today. He had to work, so I have to do this. So we're meeting Carlos. You saw in the video we selected him as the winner. So size matters. So we're giving him his CD. He comments on all our videos. So
And it's paid off.
and it has paid off. So congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Keep watching.
But now let's do the draw for the very last winner of the CD. So we're using a phone today, okay? So here's our site, and we already have our link in place. That's the link to the video that we posted last week. Let's fetch the comments and see how many of those comments we have in total. And we have a total of 19 comments. So let's pick a winner. And our winner is... Don't stop. Let's pick another winner. And our winner is Ace Hardy. Yeah, Ace Hardy, you are the winner of the very last copy of Chef 187's Bon Apetit album. Okay, so for you to get this CD, Mr. Ace, instructions are very simple. Go to our Instagram page, okay? It's DownShiftZM. Drop us all your details in our inbox so we can then get in touch with you and give you your Bon Apetit CD. So congratulations, Ace.